Hey YouTube, I hope you guys are all doing well today. It's Adrian from over here at Pipedreamhookah, and today I have a tobacco review for you guys. And this is going to be my third installment on the Alchemist KFC line of tobacco. Today we'll be looking into Bluegrass Berry. Check that out. Before we get into our three favorite things, which are the scent, the flavor, and the cloud output on this tobacco, let's cut over to some B-roll so you guys can see the cut on this tobacco, how I pack it, and some general specs that go into KFC. I will be right back. Moving along into the setup, the bowl we'll be using today will be the fudge bowl. I'm going to go ahead and use the aviator stem using both stem pieces, so it's at full length. I'm going to be using a new hose to me that's going to be the Thunder Dark hose, and I'll be heating my bowl today with 3 titanium flats. Moving right along to the tobacco itself, as you can see, Alchemist is going to package their KFC line of tobacco into these really nice microwave safe containers, making them perfect for easy storage, and they're really nice for mixing your shisha tobacco up before you actually pack it. Now, as far as the cut on this tobacco goes, you're going to get a fairly fine cut. It's not going to have a ton of stems, and it's going to be a very consistent cut as well. As you can see, it's very dark in color. This is going to be due to the dark burly leaf that we use in the production of this tobacco. Now, as far as the consistency of the tobacco goes, it's pretty interesting because it's very fluffy. I find it to be the most fluffy tobacco out of all the dark leaves on the market right now, and the juice does a very good job of binding into the leaves themselves. Now, moving on to the bowl packing method, we're going to do what we call a dense pack, and to achieve this, we're just going to hold our bowl over the container and load the tobacco in with our oyster fork, densing it down beneath the rim. When you're halfway done, it should look something like this. So we're just going to go ahead and fill the rest of the bowl in the same exact manner, making sure to get a healthy amount of tobacco in there and making sure there's no excess tobacco on the sides and that it's densed down, like I said, beneath the rim. When you're done, it should look something like this. Now, before we foil our bowl, we're just going to clean it off with a paper towel. This will eliminate any excess moisture on the rim, and it'll stop the foil from having any play to it when you go to poke your holes. Moving to the foiling process itself, we're going to use one layer of heavy-duty foil, and we're going to put it down onto the bowl, shiny side down, and we're going to drum tight it around the rim like so. And then once you've done that, you can just go ahead and take your finger and run it around the rim of the bowl. This will just kind of seal the foil to the bowl. Last but not least, we just want to poke a 3-ring hole pattern like so. And this is what your final product should look like. And now we are good to go. Moving right along, let's go ahead and open up this container of Bluegrass Berry and see what it smells like. The scent's pretty strong, and it's very fruity. Okay, so when you open this container up, the first thing that's going to hit you in the nose is going to be this really strong wave of sweet berry. And it is going to come across as being mostly a blueberry. I think there might be some other berries in there along with the blueberry, maybe a little bit of raspberry and some blackberry, but I'm not really sure. I haven't been able to deduce what's actually in here just off the scent alone. All I know for sure is there's definitely some blueberry in here. Let's go ahead and take a look at everyone's favorite thing. It's time to blow some clouds. Absolutely no complaints in the cloud department. As you guys can see, KFC's cloud output is absolutely fantastic. You're going to get huge, robust, dense, fluffy clouds every time you pack a bowl of KFC. And you can go back and look at my other reviews on the previous KFC flavors I took a look at, which was moonshine mint and grapefruit mash. Same thing, all across the board KFC is going to produce outstanding clouds. Now I'd like to go over what I think is the most important thing when critically analyzing any shisha tobacco, and that's going to be the flavor profile. I'm going to go ahead and give you the flavor profile on the inhale and the exhale, as I find that the flavor profiles generally differ just a little bit between the inhale and exhale. So first, we'll take a look at the inhale. Let's see what we get. So I'm starting to see a trend with this KFC tobacco when it comes to the flavor profiles on the inhale. They all do a fantastic job of replicating the scent that you get when you first open the container. When it comes to the Bluegrass Berry, you're going to get this really nice berry flavor when you take your first pull, and just like with the scent, it's going to be mostly a blueberry flavor. It's going to be pretty sweet, but not so sweet that it's overwhelming, and you're going to get little hints of raspberry and blackberry, or at least that's what I'm picking up. And underneath all of it, you almost get this creamy undertone. Now, I don't know if that was their intention when they were designing this flavor, but I'm finding that with most of the KFC tobaccos, you do get that kind of a creamy, rich undertone in the tobacco flavor. And underneath all that, just like with the the grapefruit mash, you're going to get a little bit of this tobacco flavoring. It's going to be pretty laid back on the inhale, but we'll get into that tobacco flavoring a little later because it is going to start to show its face a little bit more in the mix as the session goes on. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the exhale. So on the exhale, the flavor profile doesn't change all that much. What you're going to see is a slight dip in that blueberry sweetness, and you're going to get a little bit more of that tobacco flavoring. And this is going to be something that's pretty consistent with all the KFC flavors that I've tried so far. So like I've said in previous reviews, if you're a newer smoker and you're maybe not used to that taste of tobacco and it's something you're not looking for, I would recommend mixing this with either another fruit flavor or maybe some of the moonshine mint from the KFC line. It'll kind of eliminate a lot of that tobacco flavoring and it'll bring this really nice bright mint into the mix, which pairs very well with the blueberry. One more final note on the flavor profile of the Bluegrass Berry. As the session goes on, once you start to hit that 30 to 40 minute mark, a lot of those tobacco notes are going to start to become much more prevalent in the mix, and the flavor profile is going to be much more robust and earthy than it was when you first started your session. So if you're an avid hookah smoker who tends to seek out those tobacco notes in your session, this Bluegrass Berry will absolutely not leave you feeling disappointed. The session has been going on for about 10 or 15 minutes now, so I'd like to just show you a couple more clouds because the cloud output does get even a little bit better as the session goes on. So let's take a look at that. There you go. The cloud output gets even better as the session goes on. I've got two more things to say about this tobacco before I wrap it up. And the first one is going to be that if you're a newer smoker and you're not used to a head buzz, you should be careful. Because I've been smoking for quite a long while and I actually get a pretty strong head buzz in the first 5 minutes of the session, and it'll last between 3 and 5 minutes. So that's something to keep in mind if you're not used to this. If you're used to smoking a lot of these dark fruit tobaccos like Tangiers, Black Lava, or Zomo, you're going to be used to that head buzz and it might not even affect you. The second thing is going to be the heat resistance on this tobacco. Not only can KFC take a ton of heat, but even with this really tiny fudge bowl I'm using here, I can expect to get 2 rounds of coals. Now I'm not going to because after this review I gotta go over there and edit it and everything, but if you're looking for a long session, this tobacco has got you covered. Now before I wrap this up, I do want to remind you guys about the giveaway I have going with 5-Star Hookah right now, and if you've seen my last 2 reviews on the KFC stuff, you're going to be familiar with the process that you need to go through to enter this giveaway. Now if you haven't looked at those videos, you can either go look at the KFC Moonshine Mint or the KFC Grapefruit Mash review, or you can just go down in the description. I went ahead and listed all the details on how to enter this giveaway. And we will be announcing the 3 winners for this giveaway tomorrow on 5-Star Hookah's Facebook page. So if you're not a member of that page, go ahead and go over to Facebook, type 5-Star Hookah in the search bar, and join that page. I'm actually a moderator over on 5-Star Hookah's Facebook page, so I will go ahead and accept your request to join the group promptly. Well, this is embarrassing. It appears that I forgot to mention something in this video. As you can see, I'm sitting here doing my final edit, and I realized that I forgot to mention, as always, if you're interested in picking any of this stuff up, you can go ahead and head over to 5-Star Hookah, link down in the description, and if you want to get 15% off your entire order off of anything not already on sale, you can go ahead and use my coupon code, PIPED15, that's P-I-P-E-D 15, and like I said, that's 15% off your entire order, excluding anything already on sale. Sorry about that, guys, and back to the main video. Alright you guys, so that should just about wrap it up on my review of Alchemist KFC's Bluegrass Berry. Thank you so much for watching, and if you feel that this video gave you any type of value whatsoever, you should consider subscribing because I'll be pumping out a lot more content just like this in the future. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments or criticisms, go ahead and drop those down in the comments below. I would be more than happy to interact with all you guys. And if you guys have any requests for any hookah tobaccos or hookah related products in general that you would like to see reviewed, go ahead and drop a request for those down in the comments as well. I would be more than delighted to bring you guys a review on any products you might want to know a little bit more about before committing to a purchase. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, happy smoking.